We spoke to a woman who ran over the sinkhole just after midnight early Friday morning. It was pitch black in this area, and she said she didn't know what it was. She thought she hit somebody. Turns out it was this giant sinkhole forming along Wymore Road.
I went in that sinkhole. This is my front end of my car.
Demetria Hauser was driving on Wymore Road, heading home to Eatonville, when something felt wrong with her car.
I was scared. I called my daughter crying on the phone saying I hit somebody. But when I tried to get my car home, my whole car is messed up in the front. This is my front end of my car. Wow. And now my car is shaking, so I came to look for it, but I didn't know that was there.
When she pulled over, she realized it was a sinkhole. It grew to over 20 feet in diameter, closing this stretch of Wymore Road. No one was hurt, but several cars were damaged.
So I hope they help me fix it, because now my car is shaking like this. And here's my front end.
The city of Maitland responded and shut down the road. Orange County maintains it and will be doing the repairs.
And it is pretty sizable, so the repairs are going to take some time. So this is a detour that likely will remain for some time while the repairs are done.
Drivers need to detour onto Hope Road and Orinal Road over to Maitland Avenue until the sinkhole can be repaired. While the cause is under investigation, city officials say it could have been caused by heavy rain we had earlier in the week.
Wymore Road is going to be shut down in both directions, at least through the end of the weekend. The city of Maitland says they will update us when they anticipate this road reopening.
Absolutely. As you can see, there's already this particular piece of equipment out here that's been drawing lines as far as trying to keep the fire out. We are at State Road 44 westbound near Royal Trails Road here in Eustis, and it's shut down due to this fire here, which is less than an acre, I'm told, by fire officials. We also told that there were some down power lines here as well. As you can see, the firefighters are out here clearing brush, cleaning up. They were knocking down a couple of trees earlier. No problem, but you can't avoid this area because these guys have to do their work and make sure everything's okay. But the wind is what's really a trip. It's just really been kicking up for just the last few minutes. But they basically are taking care of everything right here. You can see a few hot spots, and they're going to work on those as well. But for right now, they're doing it diligently and making sure that everyone is safe and sound. But if you can't avoid this area, again, State Road 44 westbound, this is Royal Trails Road in Eustis in Lake County.
Over to Megan Mackey.
Yeah, this is in Maitland, Derek, for those drivers here along State Road 414. Eastbound lanes fully shut down. Our wonderful photographer Thom Moynahan is out here at the scene. You can see the semi, it looks like it overturned and spilled a lot of lumber here into those eastbound lanes. This is right at US 1792, so major intersection along State Road 414.
And there are thousands of women here having a good time, and you guys know I'm a little sympathetic to women-owned businesses that cater to, you know what I'm talking about, curly-haired girls. Donna's recipe right here, it caters to everyone, but there is literally something at this expo for every woman and man.
Literally can't walk anywhere without them throwing product at you. I have a full-size curl kit. It's strong for you, or
I like it.
you like it?
Feel extra hydrated.
Yeah.
It's full coverage. It's 16-hour. It stays on all day long.
From ear piercings to brows to skincare, makeup, even hair care. Shout out to my curly girls. The Ulta Beauty World Expo 2026 covered all the bases.
So I was so blessed. The tickets dropped on my birthday, January 21st, so I was able to get both days, and I was celebrating ever since. So $200 for both days, and now we're in and having a great time.
Ladies and even men lined up early to get into the one-day event as doors open at 9 a.m. Millions tried to get tickets, but only 3,000 could attend, with tickets selling out fast.
If you guys know, it was crazy to get a ticket, and I just feel very fortunate. I'm the only one out of my friend group who was able to get it. So this is for all my friends that are having to live through me.
200 brands sold at Ulta Beauty were featured at the event, and each attendee received a gift bag valued at around $2,000 and the chance to get their hands on much more.
My name is Alexa. I'm from Buffalo, New York, and one of the products that I'm most excited about was Fenty Beauty. They gave away a bunch of samples, but also a full-size product.
This is the second year Ulta Beauty has put on an event like this, and they're enjoying the excitement and turnout. Event goers feel the same way. Their only hope that more tickets will drop the next go-around.
I'm going home very happy. I'm glad I came with the empty luggage.
Are you having a good time at this event?
I'm having such a good time. We're not even halfway through, and I'm overflowing with goodies. It just keeps getting better and better at every turn I do.
All right, you see another product right here. This is a locally owned company called Nakery. They cover everything from skin care, facial care to body care. I mean, literally there is something here for everyone, and we talk about the economic impact. Ulta Beauty expects that this is going to bring in about $7.6 million.
It's warmer in there than out here. It's actually colder out here now.
Did it last year, but it was about 50, maybe 55, 60. And it was, so today's a little bit different when there's frost when you come out here. There was no fog, so it's exciting.
I do it for the kids. I did it because it's fun and it's tradition and it's Florida. It's not that cold.
In 3, 2, 1, jump!
Something new to do for the new year. It was exhilarating, and it was courageous to come out here in the cold and jump in water.
I'm excited and my feet are freezing.
Great start of a new year and a new adventure. I've never done a polar dive or anything, so this is a fun thing to start this year for sure.
It's way colder this year. It's definitely the coldest one. I had to psych myself up a little bit this morning because it was so cold. I was like, part of me wanted to stay in bed, but it's just a tradition that I've been doing, and the first time I did it, I was like, this is what I'm going to do every year.
I was kind of scared at first, but I really just have like a motive for trying new things where you just kind of like let your mind go blank and just do it. Don't think about it and just go for it.
Well, it feels bad coming out to the cold, but it feels fantastic going in. And it's 72 degrees year round. So that's what people don't understand. They say, oh, you're going to freeze when you go in there. No, it feels good. I didn't even want to come out. When we came in today, how many people were lined up, to get in. It's just amazing. I said, there are all these crazy people here with me, but, it's just, it definitely is building. And I think we'll have more. It's probably a little less this time just because it is so cold outside. But, it's a great way to start the year.
3, 2, 1, jump! Happy New Year!
That's actually really good. It's another busy Sunday at Big John's Barbecue and Donuts in Bonifay.
From sour cream cake, blueberry cake, we've had red velvet with cream cheese.
But the conversation's less about the frosted donuts and more about the frosted town.
They've been pouring in, and yeah, that's all they talk about is how big the flakes were and how we got it.
Woke up this morning, walked outside, and it was snowing.
Jonathan Kirkland is a Big John's regular, and at breakfast, this morning's snow is all he and Hasendale could talk about.
As a Florida man, it's wild. It's wild. I'm still not used to it.
For days, forecasters expected snow in this area of the Panhandle west of Tallahassee. Overnight into Sunday, the National Weather Service upgraded their advisories to a winter storm warning. Early morning rain in Marianna turned into sleet, and a little later, at a few miles west, it came down.
It may not be much, but to us Floridians, it's snow nonetheless, just enough for it to cover cars like this that aren't moving, some bushes and some roofs out here in Chipley.
We didn't think we was going to get anything, and then about 6:30 it started flurrying, and then the next thing you know, they were huge. They just look like softballs coming down, just flat, just biggest flakes I've ever seen.
And for folks in the Panhandle, that's enough to get a little winter magic floating in the air, even if they're Floridians through and through.
Ready for it to warm up.
By this point in the morning, the sun is out and most of what fell is melted. That doesn't mean it wasn't a nice treat for the people of the Panhandle.
This place, this main place, the fountain, it's very, very peaceful.
Everybody in the back, come on down.
My name's Joe. We're from Pennsylvania. We're heading back from, we had a nice Disney vacation. A little surprised here at the airport. We thought the lines would be, a little heavy. Basically, for the last week, we've been standing in line everywhere we went. And now when we come to the airport, we're just standing in line again.
My name is Sammy, and I am traveling home today. I just enjoyed a beautiful vacation, and I'm ready to head home.
I'm Eric. I'm here at the airport, sadly, because I'm going home. I've been spending a week in Cocoa Beach in Orlando with family, and now we're going back to all places, Minnesota, where a snowstorm is arriving this afternoon. So we're done.
I'm really nervous, not only about the government shutdown, but also the weather. The weather is crazy now. This time of year, the snow and just everything hitting. I just want the wind to be in the back of our plane to push us to where we're going instead of the front. No delays. praying.
Just take your time. You can't really do anything about it. Just be nice and be aware of your surroundings.
It's really been one thing after another for farmers. First, they had to deal with all those freezes that really devastated plants like the blueberries. Now they're watching out for a possible frost.
We lost our first half a crop, and we can't take any chances at all.
David Hill was out in the rows at Southern Hill Farms all night, getting the sprinklers spraying over the blueberries to protect them from this morning's cold.
We had 33 in the blueberries, so we had to turn the water on, and did that about 3:45.
Hill says they weren't too worried about strawberries. They can take some colder temperatures. Blueberries, though, are more vulnerable. They should have been harvested at the beginning of the month, but the February freezes wiped out a huge chunk of the crop.
Hopefully in early April we'll start our blueberry harvest.
Farmers around Florida are facing similar problems. The state estimates about $3 billion worth of crops have been lost. Today, after the sun came up, Hill says it looks like they made it through the morning without any major damage. A few spots did see temperatures close to freezing, especially where they planted some corn, but they don't have much time to rest. Tonight, they have to watch out for a possible frost.
From about 2 o'clock on, we'll be walking the fields to see if there's any frost forming. And as soon as we see some frost forming, in the spots, and like I said, we know where the frost should form first, we'll turn water on it.
They plan to be ready for customers to come back to Southern Hill Farms this weekend.
The strawberries are coming back, and we've got pretty good amount of strawberries. So we're going to open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week because we've got enough, I think, to support it.
Covering Lake County in Claremont.
And we have breaking news that we need to get to first. You're taking a live look where Orange County firefighters are responding to a home that you can see is on fire. The smoke still going up on Corbett Road. This has been a live picture provided by our photographer who is out there. This neighborhood is east of Colonial Drive and Lake Pickett Road. And you see firefighters who look like they're kind of just putting out hot spots at this point. You notice that smoke now white, which means the fire is out for the most part. It would be black if it was still actually burning that structure, but they will have to monitor this area. You also notice all the dry foliage around that. So they'll want to make sure, especially with the wind that we are seeing this morning, that they monitor those hot spots. They make sure there are no flames that get picked up and blown around and continue that fire.
I was asleep, and then my wife came running in, told me to get up.
A neighbor shot this video of the intense flames and alarms blaring through an Orange County neighborhood Tuesday morning.
We saw flames probably 15 to 20 feet in the air. We were worried about maybe embers flying over and hitting our roof.
Inside the burning home on Corbett Road were 3 adults.
When I opened the door, it was nothing but smoke. We had to get out of the house.
Even after firefighters got to work, flames shot through one part of the roof. The homeowners, Ricky and Pepper Schrock, think it started in the garage, but don't know what sparked the flames.
I could smell something, and I thought it was the heater at first, and then I looked around the room, and it was a little foggy.
In daylight, you can see the damage: a boat outside the garage, the family's Christmas cane still lining the driveway. On the side of the home, the juxtaposition where black charred marks meet the wall's white paint.
30 years in this neighborhood, and thank God we have some good neighbors that brought us jackets and robes because we didn't have anything.
Those good neighbors surrounded the couple, wrapped in blankets in the cold, as they watched firefighters work through their home and belongings. As she tried to process what unfolded in front of them, Pepper, who's a 4th grade teacher, could only think about one thing.
My only concern is that I don't want to freak out my students.
And now, just before school resumes, this family's left to pick up the pieces of their longtime home. Covering Orange County.
The sheriff says he had 2 guns with him that he tried running away with when the deputy came up to him here in this area. And we're told it all started after the deputy saw the man doing something suspicious just behind this business on North Hiawassee Road.
Our deputy approached the man to ask him what he was doing in a fenced-in area behind the store.
Sheriff John Mina says that's when the man jumped over the fence, and instead of talking to the deputy, he says he grabbed a bag and took off.
Our deputy tried to detain him and arrest him, and then the man started punching our deputy in the face. He punched him in the face probably 10 times.
It happened shortly before 8 o'clock Saturday morning outside this Save Discount store on North Hiawassee. Mina says the deputy fell on his back while the man continued punching him in the head. The fight lasted for more than a minute.
2 handguns came out of that bag. The man ran towards those firearms, picked those firearms up, and that's when our deputy used his service weapon and struck the man several times.
The man was taken to the hospital and the deputy is being treated for head injuries.
I've been in this plaza for the past 8 years.
Sony Noel owns a business near the store.
Behind the barber shop, we have a huge community of homeless living over there. They always come here, fight, drug.
He tells us the area is used to seeing trouble.
Couple months ago, they broke my glasses. They go inside my business, rob everything. I called the deputy.
I constantly see law enforcement around here, at this store, over there. It's just this area in general is not too safe.
Servana Sadi is defending the deputy's actions.
When it comes to their duties, they're always on edge, so I have no remorse for the gentleman that hit the officer. Whatever he got, that's what he deserves, to be completely honest with you.